Well, new virtual worlds are popping up all the time, all over the planet. And recently, The Late Show visited Entropia Universe from Sweden. Now, the Germans have entered the game. A company there called Metaversum has created a virtual world called Twinity, which is now in private beta mode and is expecting to formally launch later this year. They've taken a slightly different approach in that they've mashed up real-world images with virtual world constructs. What does mashed up mean, I hear you ask? Well, let's go take a look as we cross now to Twinity and its Guten Tag, Jeremy Snyder.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Jeremy. Willkommen. I should actually probably point out in fairness that although Twinity is presented by a German company, it is a multilingual and international virtual world, right?
Oh, that's fully correct. We have people from a number of different nationalities working here, and we already from day one provide customer support in a number of languages.
Now, Twinity is a bit different because it, well, to use your language, it mashes real life with virtual worlds. So how does that work? How is Twinity different from other virtual worlds?
Well, when we started Twinity, we wanted to kind of focus on things that really would add value to people's lives as opposed to providing a purely escapist environment. And what we realized was that what would be most helpful to people would be to provide them a real-world construct that they're already familiar with. So we looked at things that we would be able to bring from the real world into a virtual world easily that would provide benefit to people. And what we came up with was this kind of mashup concept where we use real-world locations, real-world identities, and human avatars that are kind of realistic to the person behind the avatar. That gives people a familiarity out of the gate so that when they use Twinity, they might have a little bit better idea about navigating the world, getting around, and they can, show off to people who they are in real life.
So if you want to go to Berlin in the virtual world of Twinity, it really does look like the real thing, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now, I should point out that, to be fair, we don't have absolutely every square centimeter of Berlin covered inside Twinity, but that's not really the focus. The focus is to give people a familiar kind of urban context. And so we hone in on kind of the key areas of any city, and we bring those into Twinity.
And it's not just the buildings and the landscapes that you've gone for this total realism effect. It's actually the people's avatars themselves. You have the option, I think, don't you, of getting your own photograph onto the avatar somehow?
That's right. You can take actually two pictures of yourself, one kind of a front-on portrait shot and then a profile shot, and map those onto your avatar, and it'll generate a face that's pretty true to life.
Well, as a matter of fact, viewers, especially American viewers, and I suppose German viewers, will know that US presidential candidate Barack Obama was in Berlin recently, and you've managed to capture that visit in Twinity too, haven't you, Jeremy?
Yeah, we have. It was kind of a fun thing done by some of the people in Twinity, and I think it turned out pretty well.
All right, well, why don't we take a look at this? This is with Barack Obama, Twinity style, with his speech at the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin. Have a look.
Thanks to all of you for this extraordinary welcome. Thank you. I come to Berlin as so many of my countrymen have come before. Although tonight I speak to you not as a candidate for president, but as a citizen and a fellow citizen of the world. We are a people of improbable hope, with an eye towards the future, with resolve in our heart. Let us remember this history and answer our destiny and remake the world once again. People of the world, now do your duty. People of the world, look at Berlin. Thank you, Berlin. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that was the Twinity version of Barack Obama in his recent speech in Berlin. Okay, Jeremy, Twinity is still in private beta. When does Twinity launch formally, per se?
Well, we don't have a fixed date set yet. We're trying to do our best during this private beta phase to work out as many bugs as possible so that when we do launch, it'll be as smooth as an experience as we can make it. We will launch by the end of the year for sure and should be before that.
I should probably just explain, some viewers may not be familiar with the term beta. It just basically means that you get people who voluntarily participate in the program even though it's not actually complete yet, and they give you feedback, yeah?
That's correct, right.
Getting a lot of people participating in that? Is it too late for people to join in, do you think?
No, it's not too late at all. We get quite a few signups every day, and we are letting people in kind of in batches right now. So every week or two, we'll invite the next round of participants into the beta.
Okay, why don't we bring up that web address now. Jeremy, tell us where people can go find Twinity on the internet.
It's quite simply www.twinity.com.
There you go, and you can see that on the screen right now. Okay, well, look, thank you very much for your time this week, Jeremy. Great speaking with you. I understand you've recently taken up an assignment to head up Metaverse out in Singapore. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, I'll be relocating there shortly, and we'll be launching our operations for Asia Pacific based in Singapore. And actually, we have quite a number of jobs open in the area, so if anybody's interested, we'd love to hear from you.
There you go. You could find yourself with a virtual world job, at least, for real. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand. Thank you very much, Jeremy Snyder. And don't go away. We'll be right back with more of The Late Show right after this.